Welcome to another live stream on Minecraft. Today I'm trying to get ahead of the curb. I think that's how I say that, right? Oh god, my fucking headset's breaking again. This, I need to fix it, dog. This is, well, I mean, I have another headset, but I don't want to use it. Plus, well, actually, no, I'm just gonna plug in that one. Hold on, give me a... Alright, hello? Maybe I need to turn up the audio like that. No? I think, I can be heard okay. As long as I, talk reasonably loud. I think. Audio settings, these all actually work. So why is it like so quiet? I need to turn this up. I'm literally doing that right fucking now. What do you think I'm doing? That was an accident. My bad. Well, I mean, how does it sound on Twitch? How does it sound? We good? On Twitch, how does it sound? We're sounding all right. We're pretty good. Good. We're doing all right. We're pretty good. On Twitch, how does it sound? We're sounding all right. We're pretty good. Good. We're doing all right. We're pretty good. All right. I just might want to speak up a little bit more periodically. Right. Oh yeah, are these Twitch streams done? I started downloading like 4 of them earlier. 2 of them are done. Oh, okay. Download and download. Alright, now they're downloading. I'm going to open up my Google Lens. Oh yeah, I didn't really elaborate. So, by ahead of the curb, I mean that earlier today I wasn't there at school today. I'm assuming they started the next lesson. And the last thing I would want is to be caught lacking. Lacking and slacking. I don't like that. So, I'm going to be working on our next lesson. I need to go back a couple more pages. We just opened this book. So, Days with Books and Writers, so we got done with that. We got done with that yesterday. So, next lesson is the Senate in session. Alright. Homework help is now simpler. Oh, glad it knows what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to copy the text. If possible. I might need to like straighten out the page. Ooh. And get the light out of the way. Yo. Oh, it's gonna copy the line number. What the fuck? Where does it think that comes from? Oh, it's probably... Oh, yeah, no, it probably thinks that the goofy line above the letter is like some kind of umlaut. It's not. Is that the entire lesson on one page? I'll be damned. The reason I'm copying it is because I want to show you what I'm working with. Let's not use this book. Books, where are those? Give me one. This is probably gonna make multiple fucking pages. Actually, I could just do it in the chat. Yeah. Also, isn't there like a text limit? Can't I only send like a certain amount of text? Okay, the console keyboard's being a little goofy. Nope, it's gonna let me copy the whole thing. It might take a second, but it should work. Fuck, hold on. I wasn't actually in the chat. Hold on. Let me do that again. Oh god. Oh, there's a text limit? Oh, that's dickish. Where is that? I'm gonna have to break this up into multiple different things. Let me get a text file. Get this out. Oh, dude, it was that was almost an entire paragraph that I copied. All right, the diacritics on the text is a little. They're a little broken. They're every time you see a diacritic over a letter, know that it's supposed to be just a line, not like some umlaut or like some tilde or some Hungarian fucking Vietnamese piece of shit. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't copy the. Hold on, might be able to fix this. Is that all one quote? Damn. And then that's supposed to be Publius, not Publius. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna fix every problem with text, but you know. Alright, so this text is like by default broken up into different pieces. Is it gonna... Again, I wasn't in the fucking thing. Damn. It's like almost complete too. I wonder if I can do it in the book. Damn, it bleeded out some words. What's wrong with it? Oh. I know what it's thinking about. Well, I can't... Probably not the book. Alright, so... That text is just a... Ooh, wait. I know how to fix it. Get rid of that. And then... That includes a few extra characters. That's why it looks so weird. Alright, so I'm gonna leave. That way it like resets the chat. And I'm gonna go back in. And then I'm gonna do it then. So now, there we go. We got the whole thing. We got most of the whole thing. There's supposed to be a quotation marks right at the end of that, but it's fine. So this is the first paragraph of Hi Cat. of page 32, lesson 6. And I would be trying my best to translate it. Actually, you know what? I should probably get all the all of these in here first. That one paragraph's like the biggest piece of text, so everything else should be fine. Emphasis on should. Never mind. I just realized that it accidentally broke off 2 paragraphs. That one's significantly larger. So I'm going to cut it off right there. And then continue it there. And then hopefully this should... I could do this like twice. Boom. Ah, fuck, I wasn't in fucking... Alright. Boom again. Send it. There. Alright, that's that. Be gone, be gone, be gone. I'm... Just to be sure, I'm gonna break this up into smaller pieces as well. Just because I think it's like barely over the limit. I wasn't in the... I thought I was in it. Or wait, did it send? It did send. Okay, I'm just dense. And now... Alright, the keyboard's being a bitch again. And now the final part. Boom. Alright, so this is all of page 32, and thus all of lesson 6. So, I'm not going to read it to you in Latin. Well, I guess I could, but that would take too long. I'm also not going to read it from the chat because I know there's mistakes in there. So I'm going to read it from the book instead. Alright, let's see this first sentence. Publius per Januam venit ad quam Fulvia mater Dio expectaverat. Alright, so that first sentence means Publius came through the door to whom Fulvia, his mother, had been waiting for him for a while. And then there's some quoted text. Ubi fuisti, Fulvia rogavit? Where have you been? Inquired Fulvia. Tardus est. Or not est, s. Tardus est. She's saying that you're late. And then I'm assuming... Oh yeah, Publius responds with... Ad curiam Iuliam cum patre procesi. Ad curiam... Is that like an idiom? I don't understand that too well. Procesi. I went to Curia Julia. Is that a place? I went to Curia Julia with our father. With our father. With father. I don't remember if these people are... I don't know if Publius... Oh yeah, it says Fulvia Mater, yeah. With dad. I went to Curia Julia with dad. Responded fucking Publius. That's a big fucking sentence. Gyat! That's not... Okay, yeah, alright. And then he continues with, Puto patrem mox venturum esse. I think this is still Publius talking. It doesn't look like it. I think, yeah, right, I need to translate. Puto patum mox venturum esse. That means I think Father will be here soon, or is to come soon. Is like the literal translation. I think Father, to arrive soon. In commitio. Comitium, what is comitium? Committee, I bet. You know what? Built-in dictionary. Tell me I'm right. Half the time I am, half the time I'm wrong. It's a 50-50. How do you spell that? Comitium. I'm assuming it's comitium. I need to go back a couple pages. A page, never mind. Why should it like not be in a dictionary? That'd be fucked up. Comitium. The assembly place of the Romans. Assembly's election. Okay. So, I'll just say the assembly. It kind of is like a committee. How do you spell committee? Is it just... I don't know how to spell committee. God damn. That reminds me, I'm thirsty. Nice. Ooh, fuck. Excuse me, sorry. In commitio ad curiam. Stabum. That he said he was standing in the assembly ad curiam. What the fuck does that mean? Is that like... I don't know what that means. Let me check my personal thing. Well, curia is like kind of capitalized. Oh, okay. A curia is like a meeting. It's like a meeting house. It's like a court. So, I guess the comitia took place in the curia. So you have the assembly, and so a curia is like the assembly room for like the Senate. All right, so he was standing in the he was standing in the assembly at the courthouse, the courtroom. Januar non clausa multa audivi et vidi. With the door not having been shut, I heard and saw many things. Multi patres. So pater is just another word for senator, I guess. It's kind of like idiomatically, I would assume. Multi patres inter quos clarissimos civitatis vidi per vias in curiam convenerant. Alright, so many senators, among whom were among whom I saw the most famous senators of the state. They convenes through the roads, through the ways. I don't know what that means. They came through the roads. They came through the ways in the courthouse, in the courtroom. Fuck, how did I... Meeting house. In the Senate? In the Senate? The Senate room? Senate house? those which were already sitting, the consuls came. The consuls came, then Augustus himself. Oh yeah, I didn't read that in Latin. Quibus jam sedentibus consules caesarunt tum Augustus ipse. Which I would guess those which were already sitting down, or with them already sitting down, the consuls came in, and then Augustus himself came. Something like that. Next sentence. Post sacrificium nuntiatum est omnia bona esse. After the sacrifice, it's probably, I don't know, because sacrifice could be like 50 different things. Not really, but also not really. Let's just refresh my memory. What all can sacrificium mean outside of sacrifice? My dictionary just lists sacrifice. All right, huge. This is very helpful. after the sacrifice was announced, how do you translate that? Omnia bona esse. After the sacrifice was announced, omnia bona esse. And so, like, there are to be good things after the sacrifice was announced. I don't really know how to translate that. I guess like there are to be good things after the sacrifice was announced. I don't know. That one's a little hard. Tum Augustus literas multas et longas legit. That would conclude the paragraph. Tum Augustus literas multas et longas legit. Then Augustus reads many long letters, I guess. And then Fulvia inquires about what? I think. About what? And then Publius follows up with audire non poteram. I was unable to hear. Audire non poteram quod multi pueri adiannum stabant, veros prementes et clamantes. Clamantes, my fault. Fuck, excuse me. I was unable to hear. Oh, okay. I was unable to hear because many of them were standing at the door. With... Oh. I was unable to hear the men because many boys were standing at the door pressing and proclaiming, yelling. Interesting. Quem putas eos demisise? Demisise? I don't know what that verb is. It's either a defective verb or it's some kind of fucking, or it's like I know it's like the perfect infinitive, but like, of what verb? Demisis, demittere. Yeah, of course. To send away, to let go, to dismiss. So I'm assuming dismiss. Quam putas eos demisise? Whom do you think? Whom do you think they dismissed? Furian. Oh fuck. Furianus hoc fecit. Furian made this. Fake it. He lied about this. I don't. Pueris dixit Augustum principem civitatis patris de gravibus rebus consulere Deus vocatus esse et adisse eos purs clamantes Deis injuriam facere eos poenam daturos esse haec et multa alia. Generally, that's considered a whole sentence. Actually, not really, because there's an et, which marks the beginning of another sentence, so like half of it's a sentence. What I all just read is like 2 sentences. As soon as I saw the et, I probably should have just stopped. Pueris dixit Augustum principem civitatis patris de gravibus rebus cancelleri Deus vocatus esse et adisse. Oh, no. Never mind. That wasn't combining 2 sentences. That was just combining 2 things. Boys said that Augustus, the head of the state, said that Augustus, head of the state, was talking, or was consulting. My fault. He was consulting the senators about heavy matters, about grave affairs, about grave matters. Such as how the fuck do you translate that? Tap to open your Word and Microsoft 365 Copilot. I forgot to get rid of you. Please get the fuck out. Uninstall. Bye-bye. Get out! I just fucking hit my fucking TV remote. Yeah, how the fuck do you translate that? I'm asking the goofy robot. That's fucking weird. And then I'll maybe once I understand it, or maybe once it translates, I'll fucking understand it. So Deus, fuck, what was it? Deus vocatus esse et ad esse. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, no, I actually understand it now. Right, because Pueris Dixit still applies there. All right, so let's look at this thing all again. So Pueris Dixit Augustum Principem Civitatis, my fault, Civitatis. Patris de gravibus rebus consulere, Deus vocatus esse et adice. So the boys said that Augustus, the head of the state, consulted consulted the senators about heavy matters, that the gods have been called and are present, that the yelling boys made injury to the gods. I know that's an idiom. I can't remember what it fucking means. I've seen that one before. I've heard it talked about before. I think my fucking teacher even talked about it before. I don't fucking remember what it is. What it means. Facere inuriam. Fuck. What does it mean to inuriam facere? What does it mean to inuriam fuck? Used it in both law courts and in everyday speech. Okay. So that might clear things up. Oh fuck, where was I? Eos pueros clamantes deis inuriam facere. So insult. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. The boys said that the yelling boys insulted the gods, made insult to the gods. They wronged the gods, and that Taturus. I can only translate this one way in my head, but I don't think you translate it that way. Eos poenum daturus esse. That punishment must be given to them? Fuck, dude. This one's difficult. I'll go with that. Fuck, I lost my position. There. I just want to make sure that this is correct. My translation, I mean. Yeah, that was about accurate. The goofy robots said it would be that they will be punished. They will they will be punished. These and other they said these things and many other things. So now we move on. Quo modo non vidi, sed collegit pueros discedere. Komodo non-weedy. I'm trying to figure that part out. So weedy, non-weedy is like I didn't see, right? I didn't see just that. I also know that Quomodo can also be like how. Like by which mean. I didn't see them by which means? Uh, is that supposed to be like I didn't see these like myself? Because there's like a but like half like next. Sequegi point. That's the wrong line. Sequegi pueros descedere. But he forced the boys to leave. Like I didn't see this myself, but he forced the boys to leave, I guess. Magnum vocem habe poros cum timui sepulto. He has a great voice. I think the boy I think the boys scared him. I think the boys scared him. Augustus iam rogabat quas litteras habetis et patris litteras legere jubebat. My fault. Let me read that again. Augustus iam rogabat quas litteras habetis et patris litteras legere jubebat. So Augustus soon asked, which letters do you have? And the senators and he ordered the senators to read their letters. Excuse me. Goddamn. Next line is, or next sentence. Litteris omnibus lectis consul verba fecit. So, with all the letters having been read, the consul spoke, and he said, multos Romanos claros acervis appresos et interfectos esse, aliis auxilium acervis non datum esse, hoc malum esse, servos civis Romani interfecti prehendi et turqueri debre et tum interfici. Let's break that down sentence by sentence. Multos Romanos claros acervis appresos et interfectos esse. Many famous Romans have been killed and oppressed by slaves. And then others have not been given aid by slaves. This is not good. This is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. That's what he said. He's like hoc malum esse. Seros civis Romani interfecti prehendi et torqueri debre et tum interfici. Interfici means I killed. And then I killed them. Wait, I think that's actually what he said. I took their lives. Seros civis Romani interfecti prehendi. Fuck. What's it's like what's something that's reprehensible? to like withhold. Um, punishable. Is it punishable? Fuck. I don't remember what. I don't even know what how to define reprehend in English. Prehendi. Fuck. Prehendi. Yep. Prehendi. Prehendere. Yeah, I know what the fucking. To catch, arrest, seize, or understand. Interesting. I guess like understand would kind of be like idiomatic, huh? But given the context, I'm gonna say that it's something like arrest or seize. So let's read over this once more. Seros kiwis romani interfecti prehendi et torquere. What's torquere while I'm here? I have no idea what the fuck that is. To turn, twist, or torture. So is torquere like the passive infinitive? It is huge. So also, based on context, I'm just going to say that it means torture. Interesting. Alright, so let's again read this over. Seros kiwis romani interfecti prehendi et torquere debere etum interfici. So slaves what the fuck? He said that slaves Seros is kiwis. I bet kiwis is just like a fucked up plural of kiwis. It can be, yep. So let's just say that's also plural. Seros. Fuck, it would have a long I though. And that's a short I. Damn. I don't really understand this, if I'm being honest. Seros kiwis romani interfecti prehendi et torquere debere etum interfici. Because romani interfecti prehendi, or at least romani interfecti, that's the subject. But there's also kiwis. Is like kiwis supposed to be Augustus in this sense? Like as a Roman citizen? How the fuck would what the fuck? Wait. Okay, so that kind of. Which one has a long I though? Passive infinitive. The indicative perfect, of fucking course. Alright, so it wouldn't be that. I don't know why I thought it would be that. So it's either, well, let's look at the context. Prehendi et torquere. Torquere is already in the is a passive infinitive, so I'm just going to assume that prehendere is also passive infinitive and not in perfect indicative. So that's just to be arrested and tortured. So I'm like picking up what it's supposed to be, but I'm not picking up what it's supposed to be. This is fucking weird, dog. Who the fuck talks like this? I can't tell if, like, I'm just not educated enough in Latin, or whoever wrote this is a fucking moron. I'm fucking struggling, dog. No way interfici is also, like... It's not. It is. That's fucked up. Interfici is also infinitive. That's in... Huh? Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, that's also a passive in fucking infinitive. Alright, so... Oh, I guess it would be interfaci if it was I killed. This is interfici, not interfaci. So I can pick up like the latter half, but not like the former first. Because like the latter half is like prehendiet torquere debere et tum interfici, which means to be arrested and tortured, or they must be tortured and arrested and tortured and then killed. But what the fuck is civis Romani interfecti? A citizen of a dead Roman? A citizen of a dead Roman. Or I guess it wouldn't be dead. It would be killed. Slaves of a dead Roman. Slaves of a killed Roman. My fault. Slaves of a killed Roman must be arrested and tortured, and then killed. Am I picking up what this book's trying to put down? Also, I've been streaming for like an hour. I feel like this is taking way too long. I'm asking the Goofy Robot just because that's like my final, like... I don't really know how else to translate that other than that. Slaves of a killed Roman must be arrested and tortured and then killed. So, how is not spelled with a W or an A? God, I'm like ha. Oh God, I'm dead. How would you translate? I need quotations marks, not a fucking colon. Servos, Kiwis, Romani, interfecti, prehendi, et torqueri, et... Or is it, what's after that? Oh, right, debere. Oh, fuck. And then there's an et. Et tum interfici. I want to see how the robot fucking translates that. The slaves of a Roman citizen who has been killed ought to be seized and tortured and then killed. Alright. So yeah, no. That took way too fucking long for me to decipher. Jesus Christ. Alright, next line. On line 20 in page 32. Unit 1, Lesson 6, the Senate in session. We're continuing. That took fucking way too long. Quis modi erant sententiae. whose means were these sentences? I think I said that right. I think that was Fulvia speaking. I think now we're on Publius again. Paene omnes patris censerunt consilium consulis bonum futurum esse, pauci putaverendum futurum esse. So let's break down the first little bit. Paene omnes patris censerunt consilium consulis bonum futurum esse. So paene omnes patris would mean, in this context, almost all senators censurant. What does it mean? Sense? Share? Censurant like the pluperfect, I bet? No, it's just indicative. To perceive, feel, or experience. You know, I fucking figured, but it doesn't make much sense. Oh, I guess, yeah, no, it kind of does. Almost all the senators felt the consul of the consul. Felt the plan? Concilium? Felt the plan, the consul? Consult? Felt the consult of the consul. Oh, they felt the consult of the consul to be a good thing. Pauci putaverunt durum futurum esse. Few had thought this to have been harsh. Okay. And then the next sentence of this little line here. Augustus nuntiavit majorem partem. Okay. Augustus nuntiavit majorem partem patrum consilium consulis probare. So Augustus nuntiavit. So Augustus announced a great part of the plan of the senators. A great part announced a greater part of the senators to test the consul's plan. August announced the greater part of the senators to test. Like, I guess it's not really announced. I guess it could be like messaged. Nuntiare. To announce, declare, or report. Declared a larger part of the senators. Oh, okay. I think, I don't know. Augustus declared a larger part of the senators. The larger part, the majority of the senators, to test his plan. Is that how you would translate that? Augustus declared the majority of senators to test out his plan. And then there's a question from, not Fulvia. It is Fulvia. I'm retarded. Fulvia is asking, Quae erat sententia patris tui? Quae. Which sentence was your father's? He didn't say much. And he also couldn't hear much either. But I think, right, I need to say this in Latin first. Verba multa non fecit, et ea audire non poteram, Sed puto eum in parte consulis sensise. Sententis dat, well, that's the end of the sentence. I'll translate it now. But I think I think that he also felt, in part of the plan, in part of the consul. He shared the sentiment. I don't know. Like he felt similar. Like he had the same feelings. I don't know. Next sentence, because I think that, well, but I think that he felt in part the same of the yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Next line. Sententis datis Augustus dixit, nihil vos teneo, et omnes patres ex curia disceserunt. So, with the sentences having been given, Augustus said, what? Is this like an idiom? I know I keep using that. I keep throwing that word around, but I don't really know. Nihil vos teneo. I no longer have you. Nihil like means nothing, but the book's saying that it means not. I don't have, because vos means you all. So like I don't hold you. Is that just like a way of saying that like you're dismissed? Let's just say that he said that you're all dismissed. And then et omnes patres ex curia disceserunt. And all the senators left the Senate room. Alright, well, that's kind of fucked up. So let's look at some of the parts that I like fucking struggled with. Let's just read through this, because I don't remember much of where I fucking got lost at. Oh, definitely the line on fucking 19, or the sentence on line 19. Seros kiwis romani interfecti perhendi et query debre et tum interfici. Excuse me. Fuck. Which now we know that, slaves of a killed Roman must be arrested and tortured, and then killed. All right, we know that now. And I think I got through the first paragraph all right. I guess that one kind of fucked me up on the first paragraph. Post sacrificium nuntiatum est omnia bona esse. After the sacrifice had been declared, all right. So now that I'm looking at that, I read it wrong. So I read that as omnia. It's omina. Omen. It means omen. Now that the sacrifice had been declared, there are to be good omens. That's how I'm translating that, is that there are to be good omens. There are to be good things. I guess good things also kind of works, but there are to be good omens now. Then Augustus read many long letters. Anything that I got fucking... who do you think he dismissed? him to have dismissed. Sorry. Um, Free honest Hulk fake it. I kind of want to get that clarified. Uh, how could you translate Hawk Thackeray? Because I know, like, you can use it kind of like. I guess it's just Furianis did this. I don't think I need to look into it that deeply, like I did earlier. um. Oh, Deus vocatus esse ad adice. That kind of fucked me up. With the gods having been called. Or no, what? How did I translate that? The boys said that Augustus, the head of the state, consulted the senators about heavy matters. He said, oh, wait, huh? What the fuck? I'm so fucking lost now? So wait, is it like referring to Furianis then? Furianis said to the boys that Augustus, the head of the state, was talking about heavy matters to the senators. He said that the gods have been called and are present. That that those boys, those yelling boys had fucking insulted the gods. That the boys must be punished. These and many other things. And shit like that. Oh. Is there anything else? Nope. I think that's it. So, damn, it's like already 8. Jesus. I think I could probably do the next lesson while I'm here. Lesson 7, page 38, still Unit 1. This one's called Holidays. The month of March is already here. Or had already come. Fuck. The month of March had already come. One day, the first, the month of March had already come. One day, the first new year among the Romans, between the Romans. Omnes caecili servique eor maestibus novis insigne serant. all the Caeciliuses and their slaves wore remarkably new clothes. I think I have that translated right. Negotium nulli omni mandabatur, quad muner totis quitatis ob ferias. Oh, ferias is holidays, my fault. Deposita errant. Business had been lent out to no one. No one was doing anything? Because gifts of the whole state were given to everyone because of the holidays. Publius and Furianus were walking through the forum among many men. While others were hastily going to the temple. Oh, wait. Sorry. Among many men, among others who were hastily going to the temple, among others who were standing, among everyone who was wearing new clothes. With Publius and Furianus watching, looking at the decorated buildings. With Publius and Furianus looking at the decorated buildings. It was announced throughout the forum that the Vestal Virgins what in the fuck is that verb? I have never seen that in my life. How do you spell that? Extinxisse. Extinxisse. To extinguish or quench. It was announced throughout the forum that the Vestal Virgins had put out a fire. The fire of Vesta? Vesta's a god, I think. Goddess of the hearth, the house, and the family. Okay. I know a little bit about Roman gods, not enough. I know just enough to know that Vesta is a Roman goddess. Where the fuck was I? It was announced at the forum that the Vestal Virgins put out the fire of Vesta. Cautiously put out the fire of Vesta. And had gathered wood to and had already gathered wood for a new fire. Okay. I'm glad I can actually at least understand that a little bit. Two men were standing with with Publius, among Publius, at Publius. I don't like ad Publium. Um, alter dixit. What the fuck? What is the what altery? Alter can be a pronoun and an adjective, right? I'm so glad I'm right. I hope you didn't hear that. That'd be super unfortunate. Um, everyone said to another. I think. How do you translate that? Another said to another, "This is a good thing." With the fire always remaining, or with the fire having always no, with the forever remaining fire flame. I don't, how do you what the fuck? With this with this flame always remaining, Rome. What the fuck? I have a feeling this is like really simple. Yep, I was right. Do a quick little search. Yep, I'm right. Where was I? Uh, Rome. Oh, with this fire always remaining, can never be surpassed. Can Rome is insurmountable. And then uh, and then they could have heard voices. What? My dictionary doesn't know what this is trying to say. Let's go to the goofy robot then. What the fuck does uh what does Sali? I know what Wenian means, but what is? I just want to give it context. What does Sali Wenian mean? Question mark. The Sali are a group of priests in ancient Rome known for dancing in ritual processions. Oh, damn. There's a group of the Sali are coming. Some goofy group of priests are coming. It's crazy that my dictionary doesn't have that. I wonder if I check my other dictionaries, it would have. I would hope so, because the fact that this dictionary doesn't have a fucking that word is fucking weird. Is there a singular of Sali, thus Salius? You almost never see Salius in the sources. The Romans almost always talk about them as a college or a group of priests. So they show up in the plural, not as individuals. Where is Salius seen? Mm. Okay. Is Sally just regular second declension masculine? Are there any irregularities? For example, ablative and dative plurals are third declension. Okay. So, before I continue on, I'm gonna write up something from my personal email. Not that I ever see any results after emailing these people. But, one day, hopefully. Cactus 2000. Subject, new word for the for I guess it should say your for your Latin. New words new suggested word for your Latin. I suggest to you the word Sally. Can I make that italic format? Oh, I can. Huge. The Sally were a group of I'm just going with whatever the robot tells me. Actually, yeah, I should be more specific. Who were these guys anyway? What kind of priests? Priests, yep. What kind of priests? Were they? What differentiated them between other priests? Priests? Nope, priests. What are they exactly? We're very specific, very old kind of Roman priesthood, almost theatrical compared to the more damn sober priests you usually hear about. A few things that set them apart: founding myth. They were said to have been instituted by King Numa, second king of Rome. Their whole job was tied to Mars and to some mysterious sacred shields called the Ankylia. I thought that was just a typo. The Ankylia, according to legend, one of these shields fell from the sky as a divine gift. Damn. To keep it from being stolen, 11 identical copies were made so no one could tell which was the real one. The Sali guarded and paraded these. Their name comes from salire, the verb. They performed ritual dances in full armor, clashing swords and shields and processing through the city in march. Imagine a mix of parade, exorcism, and war dance. While dancing, they sang very ancient Roman hymns by Cicero's day. The language was so archaic, even educated Romans couldn't understand the words. That's not good. There were actually two colleges, the Sali Palatini and the Sali Colini. Um, was anything different about the Sali Palatini and the the Sali Colini? I spelled that right, did I? Yeah, I did. A few meaningful differences, mostly in focus and location. Sali Palatini were dedicated to Mars, based on the Palatine Hill. The rituals are heavily tied to military tradition and sacred rituals, and primarily marched in, or active primarily in March, which makes sense for Mars in this sort of yeah. The Sali Colini, dedicated to the Quirinus, a more mysterious god often associated with the civic aspect of Rome and sometimes identified with Romulus. Based on the Quirinal Hill, their rituals are less well documented, but they seem more tied to civic and religious order than to war. Sometimes their activities were in October, linked to the end of the campaigning season. Main differences are deity focus, hill location, and seasonal timing. Both were performing essentially the same kind of armored chant-driven procession. One's about Mars, the other leans towards civic Quirinus. Okay. So that should give me enough, or a group of priests were hold on. Paraded. How should I word this? Were priests who paraded sacred shield among 11 other identical shields in order that the original would be indistinguishable. Well, I said identical, so. Well, I mean, what was the reason for that? To keep them from being stolen, so to prevent them from being that the original would not be stolen. So were all 12 shields called Ankylia, or was it just the original? Did the original have a specific name? BAME, yep, that's right. The word itself just means sacred shield. My dick. The Romans didn't seem to have the original shield. Give the original shield a special individual name. They paraded in March or October, depending on if they were of the Palatine Hill or the Quirinal Hill. The word itself, I guess, yeah. The word itself is second declension, always plural. I decline it thus. Saliorum, Saliis, Salios, Salis, Sali, and that's all 6 cases. I don't know why I'm trying to say there's just more. I mean, technically. No. Fuck, where does locus? Vocative is usually before ablative, okay. So just Solis, and then remove that. Boom. They should probably emphasize nominative. I mean, I'm sure they would understand. Genitive, dative, accusative, vocative, ablative. Feel free to paraphrase my definition, or I can choose paraphrase my definition, choose different words, or make your own definition. It's not like it's mine, so I guess I'll just like leave it at the cases then. A new suggested word for your Latin, actually I should say dictionary. And I'll do sincerely Ethan. Boom. That's like the 8th email I've sent to these fuckers. I just want you guys to know. I have a draft to these guys? Oh, yeah, no, I guess I could delete that. It's not really important. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Alright, I guess I could just end the stream here. Trash is on the Xbox app. Please get on. Please get on. Please. Please, I beg you. Please. Please, motherfucker. Please get on. Please. Fucking, I've messaged him like, Monday. This Monday? Like a few days ago? I guess so. I didn't think it was. I thought it was later. Anyway, uh, I saw him. I saw him on the Xbox app for like 5 minutes, and I just messaged him. I'm like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I be doing shoddy." And he's. I guess he thought that I meant like how are you doing? I'm like, that's not what I meant. I mean, what do you do when you're on the Xbox app? And he's like, my fault, OG. He's like, I be texting my drug plug. And I'm like, you have 4 friends on Xbox app and follow no one else. And he's like, and one of them is my drug plug, twin. And I'm like, but yesterday and today you decided to talk with this drug plug multiple times. When for the past week you'd only hop on every 48 hours or so. I'm confused. And he's like, my drug plug getting lonely, twin. And I'm like, I see. So yeah, no, I don't know what the fuck he does. Dude, he like I don't know what he does. Like, he might be talking to somebody, but I think that's like unlikely. The unlikely thing. I think he's just checking his shit. But if that's the case, I feel like I would see him on for way less. Does he just leave the Xbox app running in the background? Like, I don't know what the fuck he does, dude. What does he do, dog? I don't. Hmm. This man. It's killing me. So confused. Cause like he just sits there on the Xbox app. There's a bot in my chat. He's like, cheap followers on streamboo.com. Remove his face. I'm good, man. I'm good with my 0 viewers. I'm good with having fucking nobody watch me. And he hopped off the Xbox app. Huge. Alright, well, I'm gonna go like watch some YouTube or some shit. Cause I just read Latin to you. I talked about trash for a little bit. I might try to get my world working. Cause I'm sure you might have saw that where'd it, okay, it's right here. I thought it disappeared for a fucking second. I was like, where'd it go? But no, you can see that I have the world right here. I can load into it. I was able to get it somewhat working. Although I'm in a way back to square one because it no longer works it no longer, it still doesn't work in the way that I wanted it to. I'm still stuck with the same problem that I had a couple months ago, which is why I was unable to play it for so long, and why I stopped playing it, and yeah. But I'm trying to figure that out now. I think I have a solution, that being that I'm just probably gonna make a realm, turn it into a realm type shit, and then that way I don't need cloud, the cloud to an extent. And I'll just have like Mojang control my world for me, and like pay $4 a month just to keep it running. But at least the world will be open, and then I will just like continue working on it. But yeah, I might get this working. If I do, I'll probably stream tomorrow. I mean, I plan on going to school tomorrow, but yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow after I get home from school. Maybe that is if I get the opportunity to get it working again, or if I get it uh, working tonight, I might find the time to stream or some shit and do something. I don't know what I would do, but might do something. God damn. Alright, yeah, but I will see you later. Goodbye.